Hey folks, Corey Smith here from thecoreystory.com. Hey, today I want to talk to you about actions and rewards. Over the last 24, 48 hours, action and the call to action or our ability to take action has been a common theme that's been ringing in my head. So I wanted to talk to you about that today. So think of this. Have you ever made a statement or even thought to yourself, I'm going to start saving more money? Maybe you have kids getting ready to go to college or retirement looming. Or maybe you said, I'm going to take that dream vacation to Greece. I've been talking about it for years. I'm going to make it happen. Or maybe you've committed to 15 pounds, losing 15 pounds because the doctor's been on you about deteriorating health. Keeping with the theme, thecoreystory.com, where we live with food sensitivities, maybe you are considering cutting dairy out of your diet for 2 weeks because you suspect there may be something going on. Your body's not able to digest it. But the point is, we've made action statements that we've made these statements that we are going to take action. Now, once those statements are made, most folks, myself, what I typically do is I'll go through this whole planning cycle. I'll do a whole bunch of research. I'll talk to a whole bunch of people, read books, search blogs, and try to figure my plan of attack. I'll set a target date for when I'm going to start this, and that date comes and goes. And then I get a little discouraged and I replan and I set a new date and the date comes and goes. And you find yourself getting into this do loop of planning, date setting, and you just don't do it. And I can't really explain why it happens for everybody, but personally, I have this fear of, it's just fear. I'm just going to say, generally speaking, there's a couple things that come immediately to my mind when I think of why I don't start with fear. Is the fear of failure. I don't want to fail. I don't like to fail. But I know that that's a part of life. I'm realistic about this. The other thing is the fear of what people are going to think of me. Are they going to think I'm crazy? Are they going to think I'm weird? Do I have to, I'm struggling with this new thing of, that the statement that I've made. I'm struggling with this new commitment. And now I have to explain it to people and to hear people judge or give critique how you're doing it, what you're doing, or whether you should even do it. I have a fear of that as well. And that's a very real thing. So the theme of the Corey story is trying till I get it right. And I do believe that everything in life is a process. And I think that so long as we make an action statement and we start to take steps towards that, and we continue to try, and when we fail or when we have hiccups or setbacks, that we pick ourselves back up and we start again. We keep trying until we get it right. I think that's key. Now, personally, I find that setting rewards helps me step into action quicker. So let me tell you what I mean by that. Specifically, when it comes to diet, if you're going to cut out dairy and maybe your family eats pizza together on a Friday night and everybody else is going to be having that cheesy pizza and you can't, what is going to be your reward for that? Maybe it's a glass of wine. Maybe it's a soda. Maybe you can buy yourself a new pair of shoes. I don't know. Don't go crazy, right? You don't want to go broke while you're doing this. Maybe you're trying to save money, and you know that you're going to have friends invite you out to dinner. Maybe they want to go on a vacation and you can't because you're trying to save money. Be prepared. What is going to be your response to that, number one, and then what's going to be your reward for going through that? I was doing some research on this type of behavior, rewarding ourselves for taking action. And what I did find is that we know this. Forming habits can be draining emotionally, physically, mentally. It can be just draining. So giving yourself a reward is actually good. You can request more or take more from yourself if you know that you're going to have a reward out there for whatever the action is that you've taken. So anyhow, thought I would share that with you guys. Again, this has just been something that's been on my mind over these last couple days. Taking action is tough, yes. I get that. Maybe think about setting rewards as an option to get yourself into moving into action. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please message me. I would love to talk. All right, bye.